welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, Supercoach Pro. Just doing a quick video. I say quick video every time. This goes on for like an hour or two easily. Just wanted to give a shout out. Just everyone has been really supportive over Twitter. In the last few hours, I made like a post or a status or whatever you want to call it, and just got a lot of people reaching out, which is really nice, and just I don't know, just feels so genuine. The Supercoach community, and I honestly don't know what I'll do without them half the time. It is a good escape from reality at times. And I just want to say thank you for everyone. So many DMs and stuff, and just comments in that section, just really overwhelming, but in a good way. I suppose, like, I know it's a weird one because it's generally just Supercoach, but it is nice just to have that community to lean on every now and then, just when you are having a bit of a shit one, and open up about things and not to feel like you're alone in this shitty dark world at times. So yeah, just thank you for saying what everyone had said in the comments. I'm meant to go gym shortly, but just had like a bit of food, so I'm a bit bloody full, and I had like the weirdest morning ever on the way to this appointment. But anyway, I'll deal with that in a second. Howdy. Howdy. Let's get rowdy. Yeah, I wish it was that time of the week to get rowdy, to be fair. I'm waiting 3 days, Jack, until I can, or 4 days until I go out with Steve into town and have a big night on the drinks, and definitely not going to go live for that stream, that's for sure. But yeah, should be a good one. And then, yeah, teaming up with a bloke on Sunday evening for a stream as well. I won't say who yet, but that should be a good one too. Found out he's from Geelong as well, so that makes it handy. Means new friends for me as well, because I don't got a huge friend group, which is what it is when you just got a lot on your plate at once. But how's this morning? Like, there's not many people on right now, Jack, but I had this appointment at like 10 a.m. and I'm driving there, and I was pushing my luck. I was like 2 minutes from being late. So I get to the appointment. I'm sitting there until 10:30, so I'm waiting there half an hour. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I asked the lady, I said, excuse me, how much longer will I be waiting? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit impatient this morning. Like, I just, you've got a lot to do. And she goes, oh, probably another half an hour or so. So I was like, nah, I can't, sorry, I'm going to have to reschedule. So I walked out because there was like 6 or 7 people in there. Anyway, so I just wasted 15-minute drive, half an hour at this place, and then 15 minutes back. Anyway, I'm on my way home, so I collectively lost an hour of my time, and time's important to me. Anyway, I'm driving home, and I'm about to jump on the ring road, and this highway patrol is like done a U-ey, and I was like, oh, what have I done? I drive a bloody Golf, mate. Like, are you seriously going to pull me over for what? I literally paid Rego 3 weeks ago. So he's like tailgating me, so I'm deliberately doing 10 Ks under it because I didn't want him to bait me. Anyway, he then puts his sirens on, and I'm like, oh my, like, seriously, like, what? My day couldn't get any shitter, could it? Puts on his sirens, so I pull over, and he keeps going, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. He wanted to get the guy in front of me, so thank God it wasn't me, because I just wasn't in the mood for it. And you know how you just like get the jitters when you see police? Well, maybe I do, PTSD, that kind of shit, because you always feel like you're doing something wrong even though you're not. So he pulls over this van in front of me, so I do a U-E and jump back on the ring road. Anyway, that was my morning, and then it just like got collectively worse at work. I was like, this is just ridiculous, and the boss is like, do you want to do OT tonight? I'm like, no freaking way, mate. It's Tuesday. I'm not doing OT tonight. But anyway, I'm here for a stream before gym. What have you written here, Jack? Love your story, mate. I've been very dark times. Sorry, I've been very dark times myself, mate. Men's mental health can be scary, and it's something that needs to be talked to more. I agree, Jack, and that's why I sort of sometimes use these outlets and Twitter. Like, I didn't post anything on Facebook and Instagram, which you'd think would make more sense, because there is more family and stuff on that. But sometimes I just think the Twitter community in Supercoach world is actually a lot more down to earth than immediate workmates and stuff that got you on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. And Yeah, it definitely needs to be talked about more, but it's like I don't wanna pay up for cancelling, right? Like, I'm not going nuts or anything, but, I don't wanna pay some rando, to sit in a chair in a dull room for an hour and a half and pay him 150 every session. So I guess, like, my outlet is gym, live streaming, and, um, Muay Thai, I suppose, but what else do you do as a guy too? Because if you do open up, sometimes people can think you're soft. You can't really say much to your women friends because then they can go two ways about it. They can be super supportive or just think you're a little bit soft or fruity, which is, I don't know, a little bit tough sometimes because, I don't know, everyone paints a picture of you and sometimes you're not painted in the way you probably deep down are. Skiz Fits today. Finally he's on. Sorry, finally he's on. Been watching rubbish for the last couple of hours. What have you been watching, Skiz Fits? Currently, my cat is in the weirdest padding position. She's definitely missed me all day. Yep, we had a cat chat the other night about you on Friday night, I think it was. She could literally just sit here, I reckon, for a good half an hour if she wanted to. And I really miss Supercoach draft. I remember last year doing draft against some of these other guys, and I can't remember where I came in draft actually, but I really want to do it again. It's what I've been thinking about for the last 24 hours, clearly. But I haven't given up on Supercoach. I'm actually low key thinking of going VCing Bont.
That's what I.
Whoops, I was Family Guy. VCing Bont instead of Luke Ryan. I'm thinking at the moment, like last night, I was thinking about Luke Ryan into Max Gorn, and now I'm thinking about Bont into Sarong or Bont into Ryan instead. And how's this as well? Why are you still like that, Sabrina? You weird cat. Campbell Gray, the rookie I picked, who I thought was going to get debuted and kick 4 goals, he ended up doing an 8-week hamstring. So that's literally the rest of the season. So it's probably a good thing, though. I mean, it means Gray is a permanent loophole, but still, like Richmond's injuries is just ridiculous at the moment. We can't catch a break. Jack, what do you got for me? He says, I'm lucky my girlfriend is a clinical psychologist earning a shit ton and honestly moving to Norway in January, minus 20 degrees and 4 hours sunlight and not working for 4 months was extremely tough. Yeah, I feel like in those moments you really find really who you are. And that sounds really um I don't know, sounds really stereotypical to say that, but I feel like COVID is where I sort of found out who I was, I suppose, because COVID just gave me an outlet to do other things, and YouTube doing the Supercoach thing was one of them that I never considered until COVID just gave me an outlet to do other things, and YouTube doing the Supercoach thing was one of them that I never considered until COVID, and here I am today. But yeah, oh man, minus 20 degrees would suck too. Like that's I work in a 2 degrees cool room, and that's cold enough. Minus 20, I'd probably die. 4 hours sunlight, like, oh, and not working for 4 months. I'd be playing so much PlayStation at that point. Lucky you had a misso at the time too, or still have it, obviously. But 4 months of it, like being isolated with no one, oh, that'd be even tougher. That's why I've always enjoyed living with housemates. Skiz Fits, that's it, man. This is our community, all like-minded fellas can chat about anything together and take the piss and talk footy sometimes. Yeah, I feel like my chats have been a bit everywhere this year. Like my streaming probably hasn't been up to, a Supercoach chat consistently for 100% of the stream. So I don't know. There's probably a lot of people that won't ever jump on this because it's always a bit of erroring, but that's totally okay with me. Um, but I kind of prefer it to be a little bit more relaxed and a little bit chilled at times too, like the stories in the chats and stuff. It's just a good way to get to know everybody and whatnot as well. A little bit more than just the same questions on every stream. I guess sometimes can feel that way if it's all Supercoach, Supercoach, Supercoach. Um, Where are we? Jack. It's the best decision I've ever made in my life because I have found something so special and moved for love. However, yeah, just on that before I read the rest of that, that's pretty damn cool. Like that you'd moved all the way. I'm reading the comments below. That you moved all the way to Norway for a woman. That's why I had an opportunity to do that for a Swedish girl, Evelina, back in the day, and I wish I took the punt because I was 25, 25 years old at the time, and I never had the balls to do it. I actually broke up with her at McDonald's, so that wasn't the greatest move of my life because now every time I see a Swedish chick, I just think of Evelina, but the one that got away. Anyway, there's one for you. Anyway, I'll finish the rest off of your sentence. You said, times can get tough, and I am so thankful I have this community and friends. Absolutely. I don't know what the hell I'll do about this community, particularly because, like, I've got two close girl mates and two close guy mates, and that's literally all I have. And when they're all busy, I literally jump on here. And this is like, I've actually got to, I was thinking about this today. I can't remember who in the comments the other night. My brain's a bit fried. Um, I've been asked a few times anything at the new year, and I reckon I might make an event maybe in Melbourne somewhere just for a bit of a meetup and whatever, maybe like around 24, the end of the year, have a few drinks and whatever. Um, I might have to just get a bit of a general idea where you guys would prefer to meet if it's a CBD and a certain day, probably a Saturday night would suit more people. But I'm really considering revs. Sorry, I'll read them in order, but sometimes I get so caught up with what you guys write, it does catch your eye. Yeah, I'll have a bit of a think about it. So I'd love to meet you too. Um, where are we? I've just got to scroll up because you guys are flying at the moment. This is going to be another late night gym session for Brad, but that's okay. I don't got to set an alarm because I'm on Arvo shift. Um, where were we? Skizfits. Yeah, I know. Like I say about Gray in the loop, in for the loop, but also hoping he'd get a crack and then bang, 8-week hammy. The only good thing Skizfits out of that Campbell Gray situation for Richmond, the 102k DPP forward defender rookie, is it means he'll be still 102k next year. Skizfits, that's the only benefit I can think of, and he'll probably play next year for sure. Jack Blokes just need to be in a chat sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I know this is a weird one too. Like, it's not often that I do shed a tear, but like sometimes you're just so stressed out that your eyes can't even water anyway. You're just so, it's a weird one. You feel so numb that your eyes don't even water anyway. Not in a tough way, but just in a weird numb feeling. Anyway, that's a weird one for me. Jack, 100% skiz fits. Of the random chat about shit, like Pufferfish commenting about swimming in the ocean. He always makes the streams. There's always well, everyone does. To be fair, it wouldn't be a stream without any one of you's not here clearly. But some of the funny shit you guys write in here, like we'll get the comments in order, but there'll be something that catches my eyes, and I just can't stop laughing at it. I can't multitask very well. Scott, g'day Shagger. I like a shit like this. G'day Scott. How you going? G'day lad. Hello Josh. Skis just loves it. Adam, evening mate. Good evening. Well, it's way past evening. You guys are all still up too. That's crazy. I feel like you guys probably start at 6 or 7 a.m. and you're gonna pull 6 hours sleep. I don't know how you do that. Good to see you all there in the chat. This is, I feel like literally everyone that's on is literally all commenting. I don't really like cheese. Rizmas, how you going? Yeah, good. Thanks, cheese. I love that one. Just finished an 8-hour shift tonight, which is pretty standard for most of us. Seriously though, fuck work. Why do we got to work till we're like 60, 70 years old, get 10 years of retirement, then die? It's a bit dark, but my God, like, how do you break the cycle of this 9 to 5 bullshit? Maybe I need to make investments. Anyway, I don't want to work past 50. Josh went up 76 ranks. Oh, here we go. Super short. You ranked into 712 players. Holy shit. Well done, Josh. That's unreal. There's so many people in the top 1,000 in my streams and in a lot of streams around going on. It's just wild. You guys are killing it. Jack, seriously, it's unreal here, mate. I love the girl to death, but the talent here, oh Jesus Christ. Yep, that'd be testing me every day, Jack. I'm gonna say a funny comment, but I might just leave it. I might get in trouble. Not sure who, why, but just yeah. Adam, not the Macca's breakup, brutal. Yeah, I broke up with her at Macca's. I was 25 years old. She said, "Oh, move to Sweden with me. I can teach you how to do I can teach you Swedish properly. Um, I can get you a job up there." And I was like, "I don't think I can do this." So like the next Sunday, I just dropped her off at Macca's, and I was like, "Oh, um, I think we're done here." And she was like, "Are you serious? You dropped me off at Macca's?" I'm like, "It's like 2 minutes from your house." I I don't know why I did that. That's probably one of the worst things I've done. I shit human sometimes, not all the time, but I feel like we've all got regrets, especially in your early 20s or mid 20s. You've done some stupid stuff, breaking up for just no apparent reason. Cheese, we've all broken up with someone at Macca's. Yeah. Anyone got any funny breakup stories? Oh, that's probably a little bit dark, but just any stories is good. I like to read them out, even though I read like I'm still in VCAL. Bills boys, I'm down. Okay, this was about the drinks. I'm gonna have to think of a spot and a date, etc. And give me a couple of weeks to think of it. I'm also waiting for Shorty's goal kicking video because my god, if I'm actually terrified to see what you guys think because I was the most hungover I've ever been, like probably almost in my life. And I was running on 3 hours sleep, so I don't know if I look like a zombie in that video. My goal kicking was okay, it wasn't amazing, but man, you're gonna be like, wow, this guy loves to celebrate. I think I was a little bit too much, but that's okay. There's always one person that's a little bit too much in some sort of content. Um, Adam might see Clary at Revs. I've never been to Revs, believe it or not. I've never really been the kind to chew my face off, if you know what I mean. I've always just been a drink kind of guy. Never really dabbled in much else. Not that you can say much on streams anyway. You don't really want to say too much dark stuff. Not dark stuff, you know what I mean. Jack, I'll be back to Oz for Christmas. True. So I can see my family and friends, but I'll come to Victoria from Brisbane. Yeah, hell yeah. Mate, I've always wanted to move to Brisbane. Now I can't because my boy is in just past Madura, so I can't really move interstate because he's already far enough from me. But if the ex misso baby mama was to move to Brisbane, I'd move there in a heartbeat. Um, Bills, Clary will be there for sure. I've been giving Clary a hard time, but man, I hope he does come good, just as a football perspective and a mental perspective, because it would be hard. Like he's only 26 years old. As much as I do give him some sticks for super coach scoring and stuff, but oh man, it wouldn't surprise me if he was there. Unfortunately, Jack, I reckon we get on the piss, watch some Will Ferrell movies, and talk footy. Oh man, that sounds bloody good. How's Jono the other night? Hopefully Jono comes on. Maybe this stream one. He's working till 1 or something in the morning, I think. But how funny Skiz Fitz was uh it was saying play more of the movie and was sort of like he played like a good 3 minutes maybe of the movie. I actually thought he was gonna keep going. So it's so funny because sometimes you're not sure if the comments are sarcastic or not. Like it's that because their comments are very hard to read without a personality behind it, I suppose, like a voice. But man, I can normally tell when you guys are taking Mickey, and I could not stop laughing at some of the stuff that was going on yesterday when I'm on a stream with Jono, or just with anybody. To be fair, just because I think I've got a sense of humour that's similar to a few of these guys in the chat here, so I kind of get what you guys are saying, without really saying it. So it's very funny for me when you guys are taking the Mickey out of funny things. It is hard to keep a straight face. Um, Anyway, Jack, I'm lucky for me it's 2:45 and oh, wow. Yeah, that is good timing for you because I finished work and you're just in midday over there just cruising. Cheese, be a hot chick and do TikTok oh my god, or an OnlyFans, but I won't delve into that. I'm just gonna drink my cold coffee, so don't mind me. It's definitely like an iced coffee now. I need another 2 litre iced coffee on this stream. I'm also thinking about, tell me, chat, do you think I should, now this is a bit risky. This is very risky for me. Now, I'm meant to meet out Steve, as you guys bloody know, because I've been talking about it all week, for that Geelong and Hawthorn game. Do you reckon I actually go live at 4:30 on the Geelong and Hawthorn game? Like, he's going to be at the game, but I'll be drinking here so I'm not having to play catch up. Should I jump on a live stream, Geelong and Hawthorn, like I did the other day on the Friday night? Um, Jump on a stream as in a live stream the Geelong and Hawthorn game. Obviously not the actual game with my webcam facing it, but just my live reaction on cracking the shits at Stewart. Have a drink to that game, see how many I can get through. So when I do get an Uber to Steve, I'll be on the same level. And you can ask whatever questions, but mind you, I don't know if it's too risky. I don't know if I'll keep that stream, depending where the combos go, or if I'll actually go through with it. But I might see how I feel at 4:35 on a Saturday afternoon to see if I do a bit of a drinking stream. I'll probably put drinks in a Gatorade bottle or something in case I get cancelled. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are, but I also don't want to be too messy. Anyway, I don't know. Where are we? Michael, invest heavy now, brother. Cold instant coffee is just awful before gym. I feel like I'm tasting dog water or bath water. Not that I've ever drank bath water or anybody's, but imagine that. Just anyway, I could go so many places with that, and I won't. What should I invest in, Michael? Or there's something going over my head. Scott, if you're lucky, you get to. Oh, sorry, we're talking about retirement. My bad. My apologies. I have the brain capacity of a 10-year-old sometimes. Yeah, I probably should. I just don't know what to invest it in. Yeah, I'd love to retire now at 33. Josh, yeah, 9 to 5 BS just becomes professional punter. It's fun. Josh, are you a professional punter? For those 13 on chat, give us a like for the stream if you feel like it's good enough for one. Jack, considering proposing at the end of the at the end of the year, just need my visa to extend, but we are moving back to Oz in 2026 after Christmas. Yeah, okay. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Then you can come to the wedding in Brizzy Rad. I'll bring the Norse talent over. Oh my god. God, I'd love that, Jack. Just to be invited to a wedding. I haven't been to a wedding in years, mate. But that honestly, if I got the invite from you, Jack, I'll be there. That'd be sick. Geez, when I was 19, here we go. Here's a story for you. When I was 19, wait. The bloody screen's so small. This writing. I need to work how to make it bigger. When I was 19, I asked my best friend, who was a girl, to send me the message. Sorry, to send me the message with her boyfriend sent to her to break up. Then I forward the same message to my girlfriend. Wow. Okay, so you both did the double text, the same reply to your current partners, and obviously, does that mean you guys got together after that? It was pretty arsehole of me. Excuse me. I butchered that whole paragraph, cheese, but I get the general consensus of what just happened there. That's wild. I can say I've done some pretty wild things. It's very similar, but not a double breakup. That's wild. I love that, cheese. Not that I'm supporting toxicity, but that's crazy. I love a good story. At 19, you just don't know at 19 anyway. You're just still figuring shit out. I still don't know at 33, to be fair. But Scott, I've been laid up 18 months so far. Oh my god, on work cover. Got to have an operation, so yeah, wow. Oh, so you fellas help shitloads. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can understand that, mate. I was on work cover for a groin hernia, Scott, and I had to wait for surgery for that. 18 months is a long way off too. Hopefully it's not a back issue because I feel like when you hear those sort of long periods of time, it's normally something really serious. You don't have to delve into it if you don't want to, but that's wild. And that's the good thing about these streams. It helps different people in different ways. You just have no idea what other people are going through until you see these sort of comments, and it gives you perspective on different things. Oh, here we go. Excuse it. Don't show your face off at Revs. Just a great place for a boogie. Yeah, okay, I didn't know that. I always thought Revs was to chew your face off. And they say, oh, no. Did you watch Shorty's stream? I haven't got around to watching all of it. I did go to watch some of it this morning, but I just haven't finished it off. So answer to that is not 100% Jack. Um, with the laughy face. Adam H. Coffee at nearly midnight is madness. Yeah, well, I'm pretty crazy to be fair. Um, if I was an animal, I don't know what I'd be, but I certainly wouldn't be one you see at the zoo or at a farm. Um, Jack, that's going to be an interesting evening. Yeah, go live with some cruises. Funnily enough, it's what I do have, and it's the double black one, so it'd be a bit of a dangerous stream. I probably wouldn't blurt out too much. Like, how's old mate? Well, don't write it in the comments, but old mate saying what he did on his stream the Friday night, that was dangerous. And he kept his stream too. That was funny. It was good to jump on that one too. And that was he's a pisser. I bloody love him. He's I'm keen for the weekend, tell you that much. This is Danish Brad. Yeah, it would be if I'm 80% thinking of doing it. Just depends if how many people I've got over for pre's or if anyone's having pre-drinks with me. If not, I might be meeting the rest of them out in town. So I've got to see if this dangerous game is worth the punt. um, and I'm a low-key bit of a lightweight because I don't drink very often. So it'd be an interesting stream. Probably one of the funnier ones you'd see. Taking the Mickey, 100% just warming up, John. Yeah, exactly. I love it when you guys do that because sometimes people won't realize if you're taking the Mickey, but I'm one to know when you are, generally speaking. It's always fun in games. I don't think anyone takes it personally, which is nice, and it's good because there's so many different personalities in Supercoach, and that's why I really want to do something with Supercoach Edge because I think I'd vibe well with them. And Masters, I'd love to do something with them at some point, Supercoach Masters, but I think they'll do something from their home or something. So I'm not sure if they use StreamYard. I'd love to do something with them though. There's a couple real like similar personalities that I'd love to jump on a live just to talk shit, and I think I'd just like me and Shorty get along like a house on fire. Scott, what about my sorry, what are we at? What about my surgeon and work cover Yeah, okay, interesting. I didn't I thought it'd be whatever the surgeon had preference, not what work cover are claiming. Work cover surgeon. Interesting. But that's so rough, Scotty. I'm sorry to hear you going through that shit because when I went through that groin hernia 3 years ago, I started getting tattooed for. This is a really random story. I don't think I've ever told you this. Or anyone on chat, to be fair, I started getting tattooed heavily when I was going through my surgery and pre and post surgery because it was different pain to take away from my groin hernia. So I ended up getting chest and my sleeves done and a few other things done just to numb the pain from the hernia that I had in my groin. So, yeah, that's how I got sleeved up and stuff because I needed some sort of distraction. So, yeah, surgery just. It's such a long wait too with all these body surgeries. It's ridiculous. Public health system and whatnot's pretty slow to get through things. Geez, my mates called me. Sorry, my mates called me future after that happened. If you listen to a rap, I don't know, the man is toxic. So that's fair enough. That's funny as cheese. I've done some wild stuff too. I know who Future is too. I feel like I don't know who I'd be if I was a rapper because in terms of personality, 'cause I like to stir the pot a lot, but I'm also actually I like to think I'm generally pretty genuine, but I do like to stir the pot and take the piss and talk a little bit of shit as well. So I don't know. I feel like I like 50 Cent's antics. He's very funny and he's like very he'll have swipes and digs, but he doesn't really got beef with too many. And like he's just so clever with it though. Um, Not that I have beef with people on streams and shit, but or content creators, but I do like to take the mickey, but I just never get the bite back. I like to stir them up, but nothing ever happens, and I feel stupid when they don't um, reply because I'm like, just say something so I can just I don't know, just so I can laugh my head off for a little bit. Because I feel like sometimes Supercoach is too serious with people that tag champion data and shit like that. If I ever start tagging champion data, I probably won't do Supercoach. Skizfits, oh, you definitely can show your face off at revs. Don't get me wrong, but still fun to just drink. Yeah, um, I love a good drink. The double strengths cruises are amazing. Yes, they are. Agreed. I'm addicted to them when I do get on them. True skits, I've been to revs 3 times and never bought a drink. I love that. Oh, you guys paint pictures here, and picture. Not. I almost sound like I said. I meant pictures and with a P. My pronunciation. Oh wow, I can't even say that word. I'm going to skip that word. Jack, phone's going to die in a sec, mate. But I'll be back. Charging my phone in the shopping centre. Getting weird looks. That's fine. No worries, Jack. Um, Cheese. No true. How are your ribs going now, Brad? Yeah, thanks, mate. They're all right. I hadn't taken any painkillers until today, so it's been 3 days since I've taken any until tonight. So, um, they feel okay. I'm going to gym shortly anyway, so hopefully they hold up for that. When I say shortly, it just depends when everybody dries out, I suppose. But anyway, excuse fits. XX websites in a shopping centre, nice, Jack. I don't know if this is too far, but like I've never got any tabs open anyway when I do some YouTube videos and stuff. But I'm always like I always check my phone 2 or 3 times after the upload just to make sure that I haven't got any tabs up in my um Supercoach team review or team preview. Not because I've got anything weird in my tabs, but you always just get that slight paranoia that you've uploaded something that's just like some stupid search or um, is it okay to have 2 brain cells in the tab or something like that? Not that that's what I'd search, but sometimes I search really weird shit. So I'm always worried that in my Google tab there's something just like what the fuck. And you guys are like, did he really just Google that? Or why is he asking Google that? Anyway, that's what I always get worried about when I'm doing an upload. Not from the freaky side of what I've been watching or what you guys are thinking about, but cheese, very cheeky Jack, not my myself just Oh, I've got a funny story, but I won't share it. It's too far. It's too far for a chat like this. It's freaking hilarious though. Um, Scott, what animal has the biggest chest in in the animal kingdom? Zebra. Bruh, it's too good. I like dad jokes. Bill's boys, people who tag champion data are Karens. I 100% agree, Bill's boys. I 100% agree. Well, I'm gonna get in trouble someday, but that's okay. I never got a reply from him. Um, I'm probably not much of a. I'm probably just a little dog in comparison to old mate anyway, so probably doesn't even recognise me. So that's fine. Skis fits. I remember the first couple times I came to your stream, I tried to make jokes and you read it completely wrong, went straight over your head. Yeah, I know. Until I sort of get a gauge of what you guys are like, especially yourself, Skizfit, I've worked you out recently. It does take me a while because sometimes you don't know which way to read things, and I've sort of got a general idea of what your personality is like in terms of when you're taking the piss and not. So there's definitely people that probably still go over my head, and I'd have no idea. Um, Vortex. Those were cool back in the day. Do you guys remember those little vortexes that you threw and they made that sound or whatever sound? That's not the right sound for it. Anyway, I sound like I'm a bit special, but those vortexes were sick back in primary school. They were like this purple ball with a, a couple wings on the end. I don't know if that's how you explain it, but anyway, hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Jack, bit strange when an old man keeps looking at me. Yep, it would be. Maybe he's frisky. You're not a man till I love that one. You're not a man till you have had a man. I remember I went out one night and my mate, um, is a bit of a cockhead to be honest. He's a male stripper, and he could get anyone, literally anybody, any woman. Um, and yeah, I remember we're out one night. And we're talking to these ladies at this show that he'd just done. It was quite wild. Um, it was quite funny. Anyway, I can't remember when just mid conversation. I just did a Joe Biden, just lost my train of thought. And he's like talking to these chicks, and Rizzy randomly comes out with that. He's like, you're not a man till you've had a man." Anyway, I don't even know why he said it at the time because we're off our head, but it still is in my head rent free that saying. Um, Funnily enough, I'm not friends with that bloke anymore. 10 years of friendship, and he just ended up being a bit of a douchebag. You know how some people just never grow up and they're just always in that stupid mindset? He was one of them. So when my boy was born, I just cut ties because he was a bit of an idiot. Anyway, bit of a random story again. Cheese. West Coast have me scared, by the way. Oh, yeah, I actually forgot about Supercoach. They don't have Gov listed in the injury, but they do say he will be a post. Be in a post, they may. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, because his finger issue, I think it was, wasn't it? Craze fit. Do you know Tom Green loves the Tigers? I think he grew up going for the Tigers. Um, I have heard. I used to listen to the Richmond podcast. I'm not sure if Skiz Fitz listens to Talking Tigers, but I used to listen to Talking Tigers, which is a Richmond podcast with Matty Richo and a few others. And when Richmond were on top in 17, 18, well, you know what I mean, 19 and 20, I used to listen to them, and they talked about Tom Green a fair bit back then in their potties, and they did say he grew up going for the Tigers, and they were trying to make a play for him at some point, but I don't know if that was just all a load of shit. But I do know he likes the Tigers. I should probably listen to Talking Tigers now, but I sort of don't watch a lot of Richmond content when we're doing shit. Anyway, I just still love my Tigers. Scott, Vortex your cruiser. Am, am, I wonder how far you could throw a cruiser like those cans. I'm a shit throw. I've never been good with cricket or golf. I don't know why. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with that comment. Cheese, how about this? We write you a footy drinking game for your live. Oh, that could be dangerous. Shit. I'll consider it, Cheese. What do you got? So every time you get pierced at Stewart's skull, you drink. Oh my god. If he touches the ball 20 times, there's going to be 20 skulls. Who else do I hate in that game? I could do that. I've thought about this. I've only got Stewart playing in that game. I've got 0 Hawthorn players. That's so annoying. I could do that. I could very well do that. Cheese. I haven't 100% committed to the idea, but I'm definitely considering having a drink for those games and then sorting out my Uber after it. Josh, I know it's earlier, but yeah, here we go. Who do you want Richmond to pick in the draft or trade period? As a Saints fan, I'm a Jaeger Smith, Zach Barnes 2.0. Yeah. Is this. I generally don't really know, Josh, at this point. Probably terms of list, I probably look at it more that way. Like I don't really. I think we need 2 key forwards because Lynch is going to retire next year or two. Cozzy, I don't think's up for it long term. Campbell Gray could be something, but he's just on a hammy. I think Richmond just need to target 2 key forwards, obviously 1 centre half forward and 1 a full forward. So I don't really care who specifically they go for. Another midfielder. I don't really think we need any more backs. We've got a lot of backs at the moment. I'd like to see an elite midfielder out of the draft for Richmond as well, because we keep using I'm gonna lose my shit. Pickett and McIntosh on the wings, and I can't stand them. So I know it's never really a massive thing to recruit wings, but I'd love to see Richmond pick up 2 wings that can actually use the bloody ball. We're stacked full of defenders and half-back flankers. It'd be nice to get one more small forward that can actually, kick 50 goals a year. But I don't know. Richmond just need a whole heap of picks at the moment, and I think we'll do something with those this year because we do got a good draft hand. And hopefully, we get some good picks for Bolton, Baker, some of these guys that want to go like Rioli, etc. Because they're probably checked out. I think Smiley probably goes to North, though, isn't he number 1? And North are on the bottom, so I don't know who number 2 is. I haven't looked too much in the draft because I know some years I've looked at the Phantom draft, and then 1 and 2 has always been pretty set in stone, but like 5 to 10 is always so random. So I probably don't look into it maybe until round 20 a lot. So I'm not the best person to answer who specific players are for. I know Spills is good at players like that. I know there's a few super coaches that really know their shit when it comes to these draft players. I'm pretty sure knows a little bit as well. Cheese. We wrote a drinking game list earlier in the year. It was the dumbest thing we ever did. Oh, fuck. Absolute zombies. Yeah, man, the granny's a good one for that too. Yeah, I haven't done too many drinking games of footy, but if you've got suggestions, do chuck them in the comments, and I'll consider whether I do these or not. Especially the Tom Stewart one, I'd have to do that. How good was Malcolm White? White was good on the weekend. He was a bloody good player. Hopefully he doesn't get injured for the rest of the season because that would really disappoint me. I think he plays the rest of the season as well. Jacob Blight. I'm about to sneeze my head off. That's why I keep itching my face. Smiley would be grouse. So what are you hoping for, Skizfizz? I hope we get 2 first rounders for Ravioli. Yeah. I think that would be the ultimate result for the Tigers in the end. Skull every wrong word or missed umpire call. Skull every wrong word or missed umpire call. Umpire call would be a hard one because I'd probably be tanked by quarter time. That's a 43-minute old coffee and it is cold. That is gross, but I'll finish it. Jeez, it may as well have been an iced coffee at this stage. I might as well put blocks in it. Sky. Imagine how many umpire calls there would be in a game, though. I'd be blind by quarter 1, and the chat would get wild, and I'd probably just say too much. But I'm still considering it, to be fair. I love that idea. I just don't want to play catch-up drinks when someone's already had 3 hours worth of drinks and then you're starting on number 1 and they're already on number 10. I hate that idea of trying to play catch-up because I'll end up in a hospital. I have a couple times, to be fair, from drinking, FYI. But yeah. I'll have a look if this... Oh my god, I got a Snapchat at 11 at night. You know what that means. Oh my god. I just wrote a message, FYI, because the chat's gone a little bit dead. But you know when a woman sends you a pic of their leg because they've just done like a tattoo on their leg that's pretty close to everywhere else. I'm like, I finished work at 10, so done with it. And she's like, "You finished now?" And I said, "I sure am." It's like 11:15. You know what that means. Anyway, I wasn't expecting that message. Old mate's normally in bed by 10 p.m. by the time I knock off. Interesting, very interesting. I wonder what happens there. Stay tuned for that. Just kidding. Cheese. Well, I did it for my round review. Wait, we did it for every round review. We had to do a shot. Oh my god. And I had 5 reviews in 2 quarters. Oh my god. Was not good. Yeah, well, you always would be shot after that. There's some drinkers in the chat, that's for sure. Skiz Fits, Creators Fit, and Scott Walker. All correct. I'm just waiting for the Snapchat. I will definitely skip gym if this is an opportunity because this one I have not accomplished this one. I have not landed on this planet. Why do all girls named Erin just always looking fine? I'm just going to give you the top 5 hottest names I know that are never disappointing in Brad's world. Number 1 would have to be an Erin. I've never met an ugly Erin. Number 2 would have to be a Katie. I've never met an ugly Katie. Um, number 3. What would number 3 be? Just trying to think of some. Number 3 would be a Dane, Dayne. That's a weird one, and I'm not talking about a boy's name clearly. Number 4, I've never met a bad Natasha. And number 5, what's another one? I've never met I've never met a bad Amy. Those are the 5 names that I get excited if I see a match on, but not Dane Beams. No, not that way inclined. That's for sure. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you guys that random stuff, but that's okay. I swear to God. Do you guys ever open the wrong app and then you forget to close that app? I just did that just before. I opened the stupid speed camera app and then my phone was making this weird noise, and I'm like, I'm not even driving, bro. Anyway, stupid highway patrol this morning scared the shit out of me. So, highway patrol, if you're watching, you do not need to pull over a Volkswagen Golf. I know you did the U-turn for me and you scared the shit out of me thinking that I'd done something wrong, but you pulled over the white van in front of me. Now, I don't know what that white van had in front of it. Not sure if it had Mexicans or maybe it had Coke or whatever the hell was in that white van. But man, that highway patrol was the quickest UE I'd ever seen for a while. I need to change my car seats brown. So every time I'm sitting in front of a highway patrol, I can shit myself and they wouldn't know the difference. It's the second day in a row that a highway patrol has been up my ass. Why do they got to tailgate you? Like, I don't get that. Are you trying to make me like think I've done something wrong? I don't even drive like I'm an idiot anymore. Not since I've had a kid, at least. I will not comment on mine. Top 5 of them, isn't it? Yeah, fair enough. I feel like everybody's got a top 5 of names. It's like this. They're always going to be them hot names. Crazefit. Did you ever drive? Sorry. Did you drive out of the way? Yes. As soon as you put on the lights, Crazefit, I shat myself and pulled over into the emergency lane on the left, and he went right past me for the white van full of Mexicans. I actually didn't see who was in the van, to be honest. They weren't Mexicans. I'm just saying that it could have been anybody. But the white van kept driving away too. Like it didn't want to pull over, so they're definitely hiding something. Excuse me, it's hooked. Oh, that chick hooked that hook two lady. She's gone viral as anything. I'd definitely wife her. She's a tad overrated, but blondes are always nice, generally speaking. I got a funny one for you boys in the chat. I'm not going to tell you who. On TikTok the other day, I won't say what day, but there's this content creator. She's from Melbourne, and she was doing a live stream. Now she does footy stuff, and I'm not going to say the other sport because you might actually guess who she is. And I was like, oh, she was like, oh, talking about something in a live stream, like should she go live more often, etc. I reckon you guys would probably know her because she talks about footy and cricket potentially. Anyway, I was like, "Yeah, you should," but I was like, "You should do YouTube because YouTube's a little bit more fun for lives instead of TikTok, potentially." And I said, "You got a big following, so you could probably shoot your shot at YouTube instead." Um, anyway, I went to DM her on Instagram, and I got no love. I didn't even get left on red. I don't think she even opened it. I'll tell you how many followers she has, but it's hang on. Oh no, she hasn't seen it, but she's got she's got a ton of followers. What is her? Oh my god, she's got the most disgusting sunnies I've ever seen in her bio. Um, how many people does she have? And she's a Tigers supporter, so 13K followers. That's not a lot, but still. Anyway, slid into the DMs and got no reply, which is a bit annoying. Should have wrote. Actually, I got a funny one for you. Who was it? Which Geelong footy player was it? At the time, Quinton Narkle once apparently it was at home house, and these chicks didn't know who he was, and he's like, "I'm famous. Don't you know who I am?" Like I've heard that a few times with cat players. They've said that a few times, especially the younger blokes. Quinton Narkle. Well, mate, if you didn't have blonde hair and tips like you do, you'd probably get more than what you've got. But anyway, using a line like "Don't you know who I am" is just such a flog material. I'd never do that if I was a footy player, I don't think. Cheese. Yep, she is. You'd let her do anything. Probably too far. I was the Mexicans on the way to Revs. They might have been, mate. It honestly might have been on the way to Revs. Cheese. Someone do a background check on this woman for research purposes, of course. I won't drop names. Maybe on the drinking stream I might drop a name, but she's fine. I'll tell you what, I reckon she's a solid 8.5 out of 10. But footy and cricket is all I'm going to give you, and she follows Richmond. Uh, anyway, when did I send this message to her? Last week on the 25th. Doesn't even say seen. Well, I'd rather shoot my shot than die wondering, right? You may as well just take a punt. Nothing wrong with taking a punt, even if they don't read it. Josh Kelly, again, injured 4 to 5 weeks of a new calf injury. And that guy just can't catch a break. Yeah, you give up after a full day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm not one to write 3 or 4 messages, not even 2, to be fair. If I've been left on red once, that's it. I'm not a chaser. 2 things I don't chase: women and liquor. Only things I don't chase. Josh Kelly is forever the injured list. Yeah, poor bloke. Good player. He'd be 29 next year, I reckon. Josh Kelly's been around for a long time. How old are you, Josh Kelly? Am I right? Oh, he's already 29. There you go. I had a feeling he's thereabouts. Player that's probably never going to win a flag. Nah, I don't know. I really can't get a read of these AFL teams this year, to be fair. Like, Sydney and Carlton, like, how the hell are Fremantle third? This hasn't really been footy at all, but how the hell Fremantle sit third is beyond me, considering the football they've dished up this year. Essendon fourth makes sense. Cats fifth, like, they just look shit sometimes. Collingwood sixth, yeah. I feel like they probably feel a bit higher if I looked at the just in a form sort of view. I know they lost against Gold Coast, but that was at Metricon, whatever you want to call it, people's first. I don't know why they keep changing the freaking names of stadiums. Like, just keep them, mate. Port Adelaide, Port Adelaide don't deserve to be in the 8. They're shit house. Brisbane, they're coming. They're coming hard, Brisbane. I could have used better words. Doggies, surely they scrap in the 8, and Port Adelaide come out. Giants, I don't know what to think of the Giants. Suns can only win at home. Melbourne are shit. Hawthorn could make the 8. Hawthorn could do anything. I just don't think they'll give the top 8 much of a shake. That's probably unpopular opinion. Then Adelaide, St Kilda, West Coast, Richmond, North are just all shit. North, you'd probably be more excited if you're a North Melbourne supporter out of those bottom 5 just because of the talent that they do have. What else is in footy news? Anyway, I'll look in a second in case I missed anything. Thought he was going to be an elite level talent. Yeah, I know. He's just washed up now anyway with all the injuries he's had. He just can't get it together. Like he is more elite. Yeah, well, he's a good goal kicker for a midfielder. I give him that. He's normally a good decision maker, good kick. There's not too much flaws with Josh Kelly's game, to be fair. Like I've always watched it, love watching him play, but I don't know, I just can never stay in the park for very long. He's been injury prone for his whole entire career. I don't know if he's ever played a full season in his career. Maybe one. I feel I'd have to look into it. Here we go. Bills boys. Will Noah Anderson develop some consistency? Here's the biggest yo-yo and Supercoach. Could be an absolute gun. He's only young, isn't he? Was he picked 2? Noah Anderson. Oh my god, I didn't realise it's almost midnight again. Why do I do this to myself? It's going to be a hard gym sesh. He's 23 years old. He's 192 centimetres. Interesting. He's a big unit for a midfielder. His consistency, like, surely that happens next year, the year after, at least, 20, that prime age of 24, 25. Matt Rao. How old are you, Matt Rao? Matt Rao's 23 now. Yeah, okay. Took Miller would be close to 30. Yep, Took Miller's 28. Who else they got? How old's Flanders? Wow, Flanders is only 22. What a gun. Man, I love Flanders. As a footy player, is unreal. I love some Nando's. He's an absolute gun. He's been an interesting own, to say the least. Yeah, those bipolar scores would kill me every week. I couldn't do 50, then a 130, etc. Yeah, pick 2. My brother played him in juniors, kicked 13 goals. He kicked 13 goals. Holy shit. Wow. That's crazy. But Gold Coast in a weird spot for me. Like, they've got a good enough list, but just they've got a good coach too, but just can't win away. I don't know. I think it's a bit of a fail year for Dimmer, considering he can't get them winning away games, and it's always been their problem each year, no matter what. So they've always been good at home in general, but for them to just not be able to win away, it's just poor to me. Like, you brought in a coach who's got a very good reputation, and he still can't steer the ship the right way. Have fun with your new freaking toys, Dimmer. I mean, Dimmer, what have you done? You're sitting at 11th. It's not really a pass for 80% of your premiership list. And I always hated listening to his presses in the last 2 years. Listening to his press conferences bored the shit out of me. I know I sound ungrateful, but my God. Just, if you're going to quit as a coach, do it at the end of the year. I lost all respect after that, to be fair. You can't say you went out and then join the club the next year. That really pissed me off. Anyways, what do you do? If you know, you know. Jack is back in the house. There we go. I'm back. There's so many spuds looking at me in the mole. Here we go. Just sipping my iced long black and pissing myself. I've never really had a long black before. I'm more of a caramel latte kind of guy. The way I said that was a bit strange. Cheese. With Nando's, it's like, do you want someone who can go 70 or 130? Yeah, okay. Or a player that can go 100. I'd rather just 100 flat. I don't know. It's why I like him. He has a good ceiling. He'd be good for BC, and that's it. Skizfits. Everything turned to shit when Dimmer played on his miss bubble. Yeah, I know. Legitimately. Skizfits. Thank God you're a Tigers man. Everyone here seems to be Essendon fans. In chat, feel like Essendon's the majority of this of the streams. Not that there's anything wrong with Essendon. And then I wonder, there should be like a poll for who do you go for in these streams because I feel like it's heavily Essendon, Brisbane, Hawthorn are the three teams I see a lot in the chat, which is nothing wrong with any of those things at all. But it's good to see a Tigers man. I know you and Scott are Tigers. Can't remember if there's any other Tigers in here. I'm drawing blanks anyway. But yeah, that whole hub thing, a lot of people lost respect for Dimmer there, and I think he lost a lot of team there. Well, I don't know if you know this, Craze Fit. I hate, unfortunately, no, I'm not stirring Bill's boys up here. I hate the Cats only because I live down in Geelong. I used to actually really like them. They're my second favourite team until I moved here. You know what's really, I know this is really shit. I only really hate Cats because of Chris Scott. So if Chris Scott wasn't at the Cats, I probably wouldn't have much hate for him at all. I know that sounds really stupid, but I hate Chris Scott more than any player or coach in the AFL. Oh well, they're my second favourite hated team. Crazy Fit. There you go. Bloody Blues, but they're good to watch. I love watching both of those sides when they're on fire. Just hard to listen to Chris Scott, always giving no credibility to the opposition, and always just saying his boys had the shit day. He's been one coach I can't stand because he just never gave Richmond credibility when we smacked them. He always just made excuses for his own side, but never gave us credibility, and that's what pissed me off about Scott. Crazy Fit. Yep, sorry you did say that. I go for the umpires. Well, the Blues. Could be a Blues and Swans grand final. I just want a close grand final this year. Skits, I hate Stewart ever since that dog elbow on Prestia. Unfortunately, I remember that too. Yeah. Poor Prestia, he's probably hanging up the boots into the season, you'd think. That's why I was confused, Casey, because I'm like, there's two teams I really not a fan of, but yeah, that makes sense. As an Essendon fan, I hate the Blues. Sorry, Casey, nothing against you. Yeah, I mean, everyone. Hawthorn's probably my third hated side, and I'll be seeing Saturday Steve, and then Cats play Hawthorn. Someone was asking me if I'm going to that game. Imagine the two and number 1 and 3 side you hate going to that game. That's not very good English. But I hate the fan base so much. Don't worry, we hate Essendon too. I feel like you just be smiling and handshaking at the same time for these comments. Like, I could feel the hate for these supporter base, and that's what makes footy good. Is the rivalries. Without rivalries, footy wouldn't be footy, or sport wouldn't be sport in general. I feel like every year, if your team doesn't make the top 8, you're always going for the underdog, but the underdog always gets eliminated in the first week of the finals because the underdog's always, from 6 to 8. It's always the team gets eliminated first where you're like, shit, who can I stand winning more? Which supporter base? Ugh. Please be interstate. Anyways, where are we? Cheese. Yeah. The one team that generally makes me mad when they win is Collingwood. Oh my god, tell me about it. Yep. Like, I like Collingwood as a team, but their supporter base gives me shites. Jack, shit myself so bad. So bad though when I wake up for a 6 a.m. run every morning. Oh my god. I couldn't in that temperature. How do you do that? And then eggs on toast afterwards. My god, to be running through you so quickly after a run. It feels like I've eaten spicy Vandoy or a dirty HSP after a million vodka or lime sodas. It absolutely would be, especially when you get up that time in the morning, go for a run, and then do that, and then have eggs. far out. I haven't ran in probably. Oh, I ran in preseason in December, and then my shoulder came out, so it hasn't been that long. Wowie. Twitter Carlton and Pies fans are extremely insufferable. In Yep, I did read that right. Yeah, it's Twitter feuds. There's this guy. I think his name's Tiger Tom. He's so freaking funny. Like, I love the way that he signs off saying "Cheers, Tom." Like, it'll be like this annoying comment that will piss people off, and he writes "Cheers, Tom." I love that. The smug arrogance in that is amazing. Like, um, sorry, I just got a notification. Not a good notification. But anyways, um, I'm gonna try to find this Tiger Tom one. It's bloody funny as is that bloke? He roused everybody up, and I think he does it on purpose. It's the funniest shit ever. Um, is it Tiger? Yeah, he always signs up with "Cheers, Tiger Tom." My bad. Anyway, and it's I don't know. There's something non-toxic that's toxic about liking people that shits their other people, and just try to get a bit of a laugh out of it. That's why I liked footy in general as well. When you're playing on an opponent and the amount of trash talk you'd have, so funny. Like when I go to footy games too, I have the funniest, well, not the funniest, but I have some funny trash talk that I love to stick out there. Um, and just to see if you get a reaction back is so funny in a toxic but non-toxic way. Um, I can't not stare at the pot. Anyway, so I love going to footy, just shouting out stupid shit, and hopefully the player actually turns around and listens to you just once. I like getting stuck into West Coast players when they play Richmond. Anyway, I don't think there's a game I'll probably go to this year out of all the Richmond games. Maybe the Richmond and North Melbourne game, potentially. But I'm starting 12-hour shifts next month, so I don't even know what game I could make before August. I should probably have a look. I should probably at least get to a game throughout the season. What do we got, Richmond? If I Well, I'm not going to Fremantle Richmond because that's out in Optus. Richmond and the Giants at the MCG could be upset them. Oh, I can't. I got my boy that weekend anyway. I don't think I'll take him to a game this year. I think I'll take him next year when he's 2. Port Adelaide, Adelaide Oval. I actually really love Adelaide. I don't know why Adelaide gets so much hate, as in the state. Adelaide's a beautiful place. Oh, I couldn't go to Collingwood and Richmond. I'd probably get red knuckles. North Melbourne and Marvel. We can't play at Marvel. That's a huge L for Richmond. St Kilda, no way. We played North Melbourne and St Kilda Marvel back to back. I wonder if Uze will hate Marvel just as much as Dimmer did. Hawthorn at the G, that's going to be even worse. I might have to go to a neutral game of a team I do not despise of. I'd love to go to Canberra to watch a Giants game. I know that's a really stupid opinion, but I've never been to Canberra, and I wouldn't mind going to a Giants game just for the hell of it. I've got nothing against GWS. It's probably one side I've never had beef with is the Giants. I actually like Toby Green, Hogan. Maybe I'm a flog. Maybe that's what it is. Flogs like flogs. Giants. Well, maybe I should go Richmond Giants if I don't really hate them. I just don't want to get smashed. Anyway, I always go into tangents. Wowie. Crazy. Yeah, I hate all the Carlton fan group channels. They get smart. Yeah, they do. I don't know why they're like that, but Carlton antics. They don't even have anything to be cocky about since '95. Cheese, and the old Mick guy does it too on Twitter. Is that the guy that says Mick, and he's got that weird last name? And I think I know who you're talking about. Cheese. Trace Fit. I'll watch like a read. Sorry, I want to watch like a Reeds, Wronger, Heaney, and Melbourne. Oh yeah, so like more of a player matchup sort of thing. That's a good point. My favourite player is the Bont and Will Day. So maybe a Bulldogs and Hawthorn game. I never really thought of it that way. I'd be watching my two favourite players. This is really bad too. I don't think I have. If I had to name 10 footy players that I like watching, I don't think there'd be a single Richmond player in that number 10. Not Dusty this year. I don't think a player in Richmond would excite me in the top 10 AFL players, unfortunately. I think you were right the other day, Skids Fits. They might just be just interested in those players you mentioned. I used to like watching Bakes a lot, but I don't know. He's probably signed the contract. Cheese, how did we all see what Heaney was capable before Horse did? Isn't that wild? You'd think your own coach would just see it, but coaches are so stubborn. Maybe the other coaches in the other lines would have seen it, but Horse is just stupid. Typical Horse antics. Skizfits, yeah, keen to see Reed in the flesh. When does Reed come to the MCG? You know who annoys me? Horn Francis annoys me. West Coast, where do they play? They play Melbourne at the MCG Sunday. I'll still be recovering from my hangover, so I won't see that game. When else do they come? I hate Marvel. I can't go to a Marvel game. Oh, I'd love to go to Perth for a weekend, though. Imagine going to the Derby, Freo versus West Coast. Ah, or Hobart, going to Hobart to watch North Melbourne and West Coast. That actually might not be a bad game, though. Oh, no, I'll take that back. I remember watching that game a couple of weeks ago, and that was shit. That was like playing pinball with you. And anyways, I'll never watch that game again. It just gave me bad memories. Do you think Gordon could win a brown line on the wing? Yes, I do. I actually do think he could. Jack decided to stay fit, mate. Got to keep up with the talent. Sorry, dedicated. Wow. Yep. Sorry, that does make sense. Yeah, well, I'm rocking a bit of a dad bod slash still goes to gym sort of thing. I'm not blown out of proportion, but you can definitely tell I like an iced coffee every now and then. But I got to be somewhat fit enough for Muay Thai, so I'm never going to blow out too bad. But when in my fight days, I was weighing at 69 kilos, and now I'm sitting at 82, so it probably gives you a bit of an idea of I'm 13 kilos out from fight weight, which is not fun. Skizfits 2017 granny. I had front row seats, and after the game, Bags came into me, gave me a hug, and then asked for my scarf, and I said, "Of course, if he leaves, I want it back." Yeah, sorry, it took me a while to read that one out, but yeah, I would too. That's so funny. Memories, hey? Man, I wish I had went to the 2017 Granny. How did you even get tickets for that? Are you an MCC member? Goulden could win this year. Oh, he absolutely could. He definitely could. Jack. Nah, just for my personal use. I used to be 105 kg. There you go. And I was 30 kilos in 3 years. That's a good amount of time to do it too. It wasn't too fast. So now I'm 83. So we're roughly the same kg. And so much 85. Sorry. And so much 85 happier. 6'2". Shit. Wow. Big unit. So always when I was 70 kilos, bulked up now. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that would make sense. 6'2". Yep. Well, I won't disclose my height, but I'm certainly not near 6'2", that's for sure. Oh, mate. Have a guess in the chat. I probably mentioned it maybe once or twice in various player comments, but how tall do you think I am in centimetres of feet? And I'll tell you if you're correct or not. I won't be offended either way. This would be an interesting game if anyone could get that right. Wow! What? These are wild punts. All right, give me a second. I'll get to them in a sec. I think Noel Anderson could finish top 5 rounder this year with Cripps. Yeah, I think Cripps would be pretty close to winning it. I don't know if I got 4 foot. Hello, Kamehameha. Oh wow, that's out of all the things you say, you're gonna leave my head rent free. This bloke. Um, I'll answer in a second. Excuse me. I bought a solo primo. Sorry, I bought one solo primo membership. Yeah, okay, and you had to put in a balance system and got pulled right out. Wow, in front of the goals. Unreal. Well, Bill's boy, you're incorrect. Skizfits, very incorrect. Cheese, you're pretty much bang on. Cheese. Um, and Uncle Akka, you're way out. So I think I'm about 5'6.5", close to 5'7", but I'm definitely just a tad taller than Caleb Daniel, and that's about it. Which is it's hard to tell on these streams because Shorty would be about Shorty would be 6 foot, 6'1", maybe 6'2". Um, Steve's probably about 6 foot ish. I haven't met too many of the others, but they're big lads. But yeah, I'm only about 170 something. That's why I used to fight at 69 kg and not 83, because fighting at 83 kilos, they'd all be probably about 6'3", 6'4". Even at 69 kilos, I was still fighting a lot taller guys than myself. So for me to actually get at a proper weight class, I'd have to fight at 65 kilos and stuff that I feel too. Um, I don't know what the word for it is. Anyway, Jack, I kind of blew up on TikTok on a couple of videos on my weight loss journey. Yeah, true. Okay, unreal. We have to send us a link through excuse me, through good old Twitter. Jeez, I'm just under 5'9", so I'm telling everyone I'm 5'10.5". Fair, fair. I don't blame you. Yeah, the Revs diet. Yep. Um, oh yeah, okay. All right, I'll check it out. I'll make sure I. Well, that's easy to remember, Jack. I'll make sure I remember that in my notes. We'll have a gaze. Who me? If I don't save anything in my notes, I always forget everything. Uh, I know I was right. TikTok in it. Man, there's some good stuff in TikTok. I get addicted to walking at TikTok sometimes. I haven't really had too much blow up on TikTok for how many followers and stuff.
What do you mean?
I don't think the most I've ever got likes on a TikTok. I've never really blown up. I should because some of the shit I do on TikTok was quite funny back in the day, especially in COVID. I got one goal kicking clip in my TikTok, but the rest of my shit's so weird that you guys would be like, I can't believe I subbed to this guy. I don't know if I will. The biggest amount of likes on a TikTok I got was 179 likes on it. And it's about this big swarm of bees that like overtook my house. And then there's another one that got 12.4k views with 300 likes, 300 odd likes on it. And apart from that, I haven't used it in years. But I used to use TikTok in COVID, and I just had some weird shit there that you guys are like, what the hell has this big guy been doing in TikTok? In COVID. Bill's a 6'5", skinny fuck. There you go, 6'5". Well, you blokes would tower over me. Cheese, just checked it out, Jack. Handsome fella you are, mate. Nice. I'm going to assume that's soccer, cheese, or football, whatever you want to call it. Brad, you reckon there will be a tie and a Brownlow this year? No, I don't. I don't think there'll be a Brownlow tie this year. It's like, yeah, I think there'll be, I think there'll be like, I feel like this year will be pretty close, top five. I feel like there won't be too many points between the top five anyway. And there'll always be one smoky as well. This year, it's very hard to know. I think it'll be Heaney, Bontempelli, um, Sarong, Butters. Um, I wonder how Flanders will poll. I wonder if Flanders will be really well known or not by the umpires. Dacos will be up there. Um, who else will be up there? I don't think Luke Ryan will get many votes for stat padding. I think that's a load of shit. So that's not gonna. Lockie Neal, I reckon, will be up there. Merritt will have to be up there, especially in terms of Essendon players. Walsh, I don't think. I think Cripps will get more love than Walsh this year. I'd be surprised if Cripps wasn't voted more than Walsh. Obviously, because Walsh missed a shit ton of games, but just Cripps stands more out. He's more effective with the ball. Dunkley, I don't think he will be up there like people think. That's probably my unpopular take. I don't think Dunkley was. Grundy should be up there. You'd think. Shaw might go under the radar. Zorko, I don't think on a halfback flank will get that many votes. To be fair, it'll be just a pure mid bloody as it always is. Brownlow contention. Goulden will be up there. I feel like the Gold Coast boys will take votes off each other, so I feel like that will be pretty even. LDU might get a few as well, and that's about it. There's 10 players, maybe Yo as well. Early days of Yo. Dawson will get a couple games, but I'm probably thinking at this stage, my top three would have to be Butters, Bont, and Heaney. I think Dacos will be fourth, in my opinion. I don't know in the first three order though. It could be the umpires view it differently to how we do. To be fair, I forgot about Goulden. My apologies to Goulden. Goulden, if you're watching this, I don't know why I didn't put you on my Supercoach team when I went Tom Green, but I do apologise. You're probably the best kick in the AFL. Where am I? I'm losing it. Where I think we're up to Jack. So saying, cheese, thank you, my friend. I worked hard for it. Excuse me, it's me to Jack V. Handsome. Jack, I don't have many likes on videos, but one of the videos got 13K, so it's pretty decent amount. Got up with the boys. That's absolutely right. I have to check it out now for sure. Not that I wouldn't have, but Bill's boys says Dacos, Crazy Bont got robbed for 2 years. Yeah, no, I feel for Bont. Bills, Nando's Goulden. Yep. Jack. I used to be a store manager at Rebel Sport in Brizzy, so I got that for free, 50% discount on everything. So I kept fit. True. Kept fit from that. Yeah, right. Any sport. Yeah, yep. I love a good tennis hit, but I just don't got many mates that want to play tennis very often. And I need someone to teach me how to serve, but just don't hold the racket behind me and grab my hips or anything weird. But I need to learn how to serve in tennis because I can definitely play tennis. I love tennis. Anyway, I don't know why I say weird shit all the time. But Cheese, who is a smoker you think could win? Would that be surprising? Probably Traw. I think will be a bit of a smoker this year. Cheese, I think top five will be Cripps. Yeah, okay. Cripps, Dacos, Bont, Anderson, and Neil. Neil's very punchable. Cheese and Gordon. Corey. Oh, yeah, mate. I need to go to the gym soon. I can teach you how to serve. I'm good at tennis. I'd actually love that cause though, because I don't know anyone that knows how to teach me to serve tennis. Should have got tennis lessons as a kid. That's my issue. I love tennis. Probably my favorite individual sport to play, apart from No, that would be it. Cheers. I think Bont might not be the winner this year. Shaw will steal a few votes. Yeah, true. Think he can poll more than Bont. Um, Probably not. I had to think about that a lot. Bills, yeah, the umpires love Neil for some reason. Yeah, they do. I don't know if I want to say what I was going to say. Just say they do love to suck him off. Apologies for the language. Corey, I've played tennis for 15 years. Shit, that was a long time. Wow, you'd be very good then, Corey. Anyone who's played for a sport more than 3 or 4 years is generally pretty damn decent. Geez, my missus loves tennis, so I was forced to get good at it. Fair cheese. Did she play tennis as well? Tennis, I haven't really watched any of the Euros this year. Who's in the Euros? Is Who's playing off in the Euros? I do love a good wog ball. I'm a Chelsea fan when it is up and running. But Euros, who would I be going for in the Euro Cup? Who are you guys following in the Euros this year? Oh, Romania versus Netherlands. I'm going for Romania. Hopefully they can get a W just for the women out there in Romania. Uh, Austria versus Wait, is that really Turkey? Am I just a bit special? Who is Austria playing? Is that actually Turkey? Why is it spelled like that? Why isn't it spelled like the gobble gobble turkey? Um, I'm glad I'm not an English teacher because what the hell? Quarterfinals: Spain versus Germany. Man, I hope Germany win. Portugal, France. I want to see France win. Fuck Ronaldo. Apologies, Ronaldo, but you've won everything anyway. Uh, England versus Switzerland. Please go Switzerland. I can't stand the Poms. Poms can get stuffed. Who do I want to win the whole thing? Probably Switzerland. I just don't want to see England win because England just shit me. My fam's probably going for England, but that's okay. How do you have so much talent and still just not do anything? Whether it be world. Um, I can't believe Ronaldo is so fit for 41 or however old he is. He's an absolute athlete and a half. Um, I'm not even going to go that whole Messi and Ronaldo debate because I couldn't give a stuff about either of them. I'm trying to think of soccer players I used to like. The reason I got into soccer was actually watching Drogba when he played for Chelsea, and I used to love watching Eden Hazard, and then he went to shit as soon as he left to Chelsea. There's another. Who was the other? Oh, I was going to say something, but it wasn't meant to be that way inclined. Anelka. Anelka was the other player in Chelsea that got me following the Premier League. Anelka and Drogba. Drogba was from Ivory Coast, and he was unreal. Watching him, oh my god! And then we had Costa as well. He was an awesome striker. Hothead. I just something about angry sports players that I love. I love like Conor McGregor. I just love attitude. I don't know if that says more about me or them, but something about attitude in sport that makes you just stand out from the rest instead of being such a mediocre, boring computer sort of well trained media person. I love the ones that just sort of give it back and just don't mind saying how it is. I like those sort of personalities when it comes to sport. Um, Pity we don't have much of that in the footy. Like in the footy, that's what really shits me with the interviews and stuff. Sometimes it doesn't feel real and genuine. It just feels like here's a script. You got to read the script. Whereas no one really says it how it is these days. They just always, I don't know. The only thing that ever happens is the coaches actually bat for their players, generally speaking. But that's about it. The players don't normally say what they should be able to say without getting, heat from it, which gives me the shits in AFL. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, where are we? Shit, soccer tour went off its head. Um, Jack, sorry, we're up to Jack. Gave up and decided to start running in gym instead. That's fair. Running and gym as a combination just make you shredded as fuck. Corey, France and Spain, I want to win. Fair. Is it possible they could meet in the final? I haven't looked at the actual table. Turkey. Why is it spelled like that? I always felt like it was spelled like the bird turkey. Maybe I'm a turkey. Cheese. Spaniards. Yeah, so you're going for the Spain. The Spain. They changed the name. They changed the name of the country. No, they didn't. You guys are taking a piss. Nah. Have I been sleeping under a rock with Patrick Star from SpongeBob? You've got to be freaking kidding me. If you guys are just taking the mickey, well done. Did Turkey change their name? This is why I'm worried about my tabs on my bars because I write stupid shit like this all the time. Did Turkey change their name? Oh my god, they did. Now I feel like a turkey. I can't believe I just. How the fuck did I know this? Oh, this is why I never leave my tabs open because I don't know if I want to read out my tabs, but I read the stupidest shit. What have I written in my thing? Can you die from sternum pain? Do you think we'll ever be able to fly? As in, like, I mean, like humans. Is it possible to live to 200? I don't know what. This is like my midnight thoughts. How do you do a backflip? What if you could morph into an animal? That's a lie. That last one's a lie. But like, bro, like my searches are weird. Anyway, if someone grabbed my phone, the first thing I'd be concerned about is my weird searches on there. People would be like, "Is this guy needs to be checked in?" Dark web horror stories. I love that on YouTube. It's weird. Um, you, my YouTube searches is just random as shit too. Just get paranoid because they're just I don't know. Everyone's got strange searches. Mine's not of the like the deviant type. It's just always stupid shit where you're like, is this guy ever went to school or what? Um. Anyway, it's cold in my room. I'm wearing a jumper that's way too thin. Wowie, Jack. My pick is Casper Rudd, Brad. Is that's a tennis player, isn't it? The Norwegian lad has serious got a chance. Absolute gun. I told Shorty to chuck his house on it. Jack, you're gonna have to reinform me. Are we talking about tennis right now? Casper Rudd. Corey, Ronaldo cried today as he missed a penalty 1-0. Oh, shit. Ronaldo, mate, you're 41 and you're crying over a penalty. Get over yourself. Germany, France, England, Dutch top four. One of those sides will probably win it, annoyingly. Craze for England, almost lost. Wow, scored in the 95th minute. Shit. Hazard's got to be the biggest fall ever. I agree. This has been like 5% Supercoach and 95% random stuff. I've loved this tonight. Excuse me. That was the weirdest ever swat away. Looked a bit flamboyant. My favourite was who the hell is that? Who's Marcus? Now I've got to look at this up. Nick Curious. I love Curious. And Bernard. I loved Bernard and Curious. I'm pretty sure Rudd was definitely a tennis player. I'm going to have a look at that as well. I'm going to put this in my saved searches. He is a tennis player. Freaking knew it. Casper. You even look like a ghost. What the hell is with that hair? Casper Rudd looks like he'd steal your girlfriend, your mum, and your grandma. He'd definitely try to rizz up your grandma, bro. The way he holds a racket over his back of his shoulder, you weird unit. You're 25. Anyway, some weird shit going on. Um, I always get lost because I'm not using StreamYard. Where was we? Jeez, rehearse interviews. Get what you mean, mate. Yeah, they're this shit. Me. That's why I don't watch any AFL programs anymore. I loved Bevo sticking up for Waitman to Robbo. I fucking hate Robbo. Robbo's just a dog. Um, he's always got to be a dick to everyone. It's like, why are you a host and then you're going to bring these people on just to be a douchebag to them? So what, Robbo? Stuff you, mate. You're a flog. I don't even like Jared Waitley either, to be honest. Um, but anyway, each their own. Even if I do think Wakeman is a flog, he is definitely a flog, but it's okay. And we hate Bevo because he stuffs our Supercoach players. So well, they actually did. This is to the Turkey changing their name. Normal searches on a Tuesday night. Oh, mine is so weird, man. Hopefully my phone doesn't get stolen because they'll definitely return it to me because they will just be like, "You need help, bro." Bills, Bill using good. Sorry, I think he meant Google. Just type in chat. What's that mean? What the hell is this? What's chat G? Am I just so far out of this that I have not? What the hell is a chat GPT? This costs money, bro. I'm gonna install it and see what it does. Why am I only discovering this now? Can you guys just send me links to random stuff that just looks sick and that I'll forget that I'm even going to gym with? All right, it's downloaded. So this chat thing. I don't even know what a Discord, like a proper Discord is. Like, how many people in a Discord can you have? How does it work? Do you got to pay? Do you got to? Anyways, okay, I've got to sign up to it. Whatever. I'll have a look at it shortly when I'm at the gym. Oh my god, it's midnight. What have I done? Well. Um, She's yeah, tennis, Brad. My bad. I'm the worst at reading comments and then forgetting what we're talking about, and then coming back, reading 10 comments later to going, that's where we're talking about. Corey, I hate Robbo and Waitley. Thankfully, I'm not the only one in this one. Prefer NRL 360. Yeah, okay. I've never watched NRL 360. I've never really watched NRL unless it's the grand final when bloody Panthers always win it. Is it the Panthers that win the last three? Over AFL 360, and that's why I hate on the couch too. Yeah, I don't watch any of the shows anymore. I probably used to watch a fair bit when Tigers were on top, but isn't it funny when your team's not doing so well, you stop watching all that noise? Crazefit, how Crazefit's still in the house. Bounce is so bad. They're all pretty awful these days, to be fair. Bring back the footy show from like 15, 20 years ago. That was the GOAT. I miss the footy show. I miss Street Talk of Sam Newman. I went to the footy show years ago, about 15 years ago, and it was freaking hilarious. I don't know where it was. South Melbourne. I don't know where it was now. Anyway, I don't really like cheese. I don't mind on the couch, but why people? But get why? Sorry, but get why people don't like it. Yep, fair. So I'm reading these ones out because my eyes are going crazy. So I'm gonna have to jump off soon because I'm struggling to. I'm gonna see if I can do this size bigger. How do I make it bigger? Timestamps. I can do timestamps? Oh, I might stuff that later. I wonder what the timestamps will do. Like how do they know what you're talking about? I'm not very tech savvy. Anyway, you never heard of? No, I've never heard of it. Yeah, it's free. I'll definitely suss it after this. Yeah, cheese. The front bar is my go-to. I actually forgot about that one. Um, that's crazy. Cheese turning up. It's cringed me out. Oh, fair. Jack, thanks for the fire craze fit on the TikTok. I love that you guys all support each other. I was gonna say bounce each other because I was reading this bloody comment below, but that sounds even worse. Bounce is my favourite. Cheese. Oh shit, yeah, I'll give you a fire too, Jack. I don't own TikTok, says craze fit. Mate, TikTok's addictive as it's like the heroin of apps. That's probably way too far. My apologies for anyone that knows anyone that does that stuff. I've never done that, obviously, but anyway, Jack. Oh my god, I've just done an absolute job on the toilet. Probably should stop drinking black coffee, but it's good for me. Oh my god, how long are you fasting for? Are you doing like an 18-hour fast? Is it 18 hours or 16 hours? I'm pretty sure it's 16 hours on 8 hours of eating. Intermittent fasting, that is. Yeah, there's a few that's checked out now, so I'm about to go shortly as well. But NWS. What is NWS? Man, I'm gonna have to Google so much shit after this stream. Anyway, Cheese is off. He says, "Yeah, I better jump off. Need to get some sleep tonight. Yeah, I need to go gym still, and then go to bed." Um, Corey, my nan's friend nephew is Andrew Gaze. So there you go. As they used to be my neighbours. Wow. Oh wow, you meant no worries. Wow, this is when you know you need to check out. Is when you're like reading shit and not realizing that it's slang for things. Okay, I'm definitely cooked. I'm gonna have to have pre-workout before I go gym, or else I'm gonna fall asleep. Cheese. I do love Gazy and Dunstall. Just don't like the others. That is fair enough. Well, I've learned some new things from you lads. Some slang, a couple apps that I'm gonna have to download and have a suss of. Um, what am I gonna do at gym tonight? I'm gonna do a few quick deadlifts, a bit of chest press, with the dumbbells, of course. A few chin ups, and then call it a night. Hopefully, I'm done my session by 1 a.m. I'm only gonna do like a 20-minute, half an hour sesh. Uh, and then don't know. I'm probably addicted to doing lives at the moment this week for some reason. Anyway, thanks for everyone for jumping on as per usual. Nice to see the regs in there and a few newer ones that have been popping through as well. Give us a like and whatnot if you haven't already. And we'll talk soon anyway. I'm going to smash this gym session and go to bed. I'll end it there. Catches.